always going to be your biggest cheerleader. I got up this morning and I didn't really feel like working out. That's the reality. That's a fact. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you that I'm completely enthusiastic 24/7, 365, because I'm not. And, that's totally fine. Enthusiasm has its place. And it doesn't have to be all the time, because I think what you're going to find is that if you go into things like doing your workout, feeling like you have to be just the biggest cheerleader in the world at all times, it's going to burn you out. So I got up this morning, did my morning routine, brushed my teeth, had a little bit of coffee, had some creatine, and then I thought, okay, if I've done this, I can do the next thing. So I packed my bag, got my camera, the one that I'm talking to, and got in the car and went down to the gym. Walked in, started my routine. And I keep my routine pretty consistent. Today's leg day, so it was going to be a little bit more leg oriented. So I get on the elliptical, do my warm up, and then I go start doing the machines. And then I find as I'm doing my workout, as my energy starts coming back up, I'm enjoying myself and I'm challenging myself, but I'm not totally consumed with like being super enthusiastic, because it's not important. What's important is just the discipline of doing it. Now let me frame it to you like this. Let's say, just for argument's sake, that I decided that I wasn't going to do all of my workout today because I just wasn't feeling it, and that's totally fine, because I made this appropriate steps, or I've taken the appropriate steps to get there in the first place. And that to me is good enough. And that sets the momentum for the rest of the day. Discipline doesn't require you to be a 24/7 cheerleader to yourself. I've got my points right here off camera. So look at it like that. It's nice to be enthusiastic from time to time. Makes the thing more fun, but discipline doesn't require it. As long as you're consistently improving, if you're increasing your reps, or you're increasing your weight, or you're adding some new things to your workout, that's improvement. So look at it like that. Don't think that you have to be just all super, oh my God, I'm just feeling fantastic and I've had 5 cups of coffee and I'm just totally blasted with caffeine. It's not what it's all about. What it's about is just doing the thing and doing it consistently. And the enthusiasm and the motivation it'll be there from time to time. Leaps and bounds serve a purpose for getting over larger obstacles. Okay, the foundational stuff I talk about usually centers in and around my military experience, because it was early enough in my life that it was a pretty significant foundational piece for me. So at that time, going through that entry-level training at that period of my life, at least for recruit training, I'm sure it's the same for Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard, but they really promote motivation, because in that 3 months that they have you, they're teaching you to be motivated in times when things are really stressed, a combat environment, and that you have to really reach down when you really absolutely don't feel like being motivated and get yourself motivated to get yourself over the hump. Meanwhile, they're just infusing a ton of stress into your life. So it serves a purpose. But generally speaking, the discipline is where they really want you to thrive, especially in the military. The military is all about discipline. The way you set your shoes and when you get up and shave your face, and your uniform and the proper greetings and the military customs and courtesies, all that stuff. That's all the discipline stuff. And then another piece of this, and as another point, is the maintaining of composure. What does that mean? What does it mean to maintain your composure? Like, I don't know, when you're upset about something or when you're excited about something, you don't need to have a big grandiose display. And boot camp is absolutely focused on this principle almost in its entirety. When they're yelling and screaming and in your face and getting wild, they don't want you to lose your shit, more or less. And the same could go for every other aspect of your life. If you have a bad set, just don't make a big production about it. Just say, I didn't have a good set today. I'll have a good set when I go the next time to the gym. It's not a big deal, because you're maintaining the discipline of doing these things over and over and over, right? Yeah, so maintain your composure. Don't let little setbacks get to you. I mean, it's almost a champagne problem. Because of the society we live in this modern era, the fact that I can go to a gym safely, consistently, is a very nice thing. All right, so maintain your composure. We'll maybe talk about that one more. We'll probably roll that into another one of these videos in this series. This is the first video of this series that I'm doing. So I'm going to get my feet wet in this, and I'm going to just start speaking of these things. A little bit of a endorphin rush from my workout today. I had a good workout today, and I ran into some people I knew, and it was really great. And yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of a freestyle for you for this first episode. So stick with me. If you like this stuff, feel free to comment. If you don't like this stuff, let me know. If there's some things you'd like to see, and we can address those things. The purpose of chaos-proof training, okay, you get back to that point. There's a purpose for it, especially in the military, especially as military leaders. They don't want you breaking down in front of the people that you are commanded to lead. And if you do, it erodes their trust and confidence in you. That's the whole purpose of all of that. And then finding your energy. Find your energy. It's always there. You know, in the last video, I left you with the fact that you can do more than you think. You're stronger than you think. So find your energy. Do those little things in the morning. You know, get up, brush your teeth, have that coffee, have that little routine in the morning, even if you don't want to. Because there's some mornings I'm just like, you know what? It's really crappy outside. I don't want to go for a run because it's raining, but I'll go do it. Because I know just the process of getting there gets me into the rhythm of doing the thing. And then when I go and actually do the run in the rain, I find out that I warm up quite a bit and the rain actually feels good. So there's a little silver lining in there anyways. Good way to look at things. There's always a silver lining in all of the things you do. When the weather's really crappy, think of the positive benefit from it. Yeah, you're going to get hot when you run, and the rain's going to cool you off. All right, we'll talk more. See you guys later.